to cut this off or start talking about something more interesting
Right.
than
Yeah.
us being tired.
Well, but I also think it's important to talk about that because we are tired, like rather than power through. But I mean, case in point, the stuff going on with IATSE and the film sets. People are tired, and then they're going to push through it for another 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours.
What's going on with that?
Well, and then they have to drive home. The whole everything going on with IATSE and crew members being mistreated, and uh, I mean, I'm not even on the crew side most of the time, but being an actor, like we get to leave earlier than crew members. Crew members have to arrive later, and I've been on set for 14, 16 hours, and it's miserable trying to get home. But meanwhile, like lives are being lost, and everything going on that happened with the safety on set with Rust is just it's tragic. Um, should not have happened. Should not have been a situation whatsoever. I've been a stunt coordinator on a set. I have been the guy handing the actor the weapon is cold, like so that it's there's no blank in it. There's nothing that could happen, and yet it's tragic, and definitely my heart goes out to those affected by it, especially those um, that were put into a situation that should have been prevented. Like that should not have happened. It should not have happened. There's no excuse for that. And now so many people are grieving, and even more of a reason for IATSE to really dig their heels in and come up with better guidelines for crew safety. She should not have lost her life, not for that. And from a mental health standpoint, since we're talking mental health tactics, speak to a licensed counselor, speak to a therapist, speak to somebody who is going to be able to put you in a healthy environment where you can be safe to talk to. Because that's just a tragic situation and something that should have been avoided. Shouldn't have happened.
I can't imagine what Alec Baldwin is feeling. That's got to be.
Well, and there are many things to kind of break down with that, and I don't know. I mean, personally, there isn't enough information on the whole situation, but as an actor, he should have never been put into that situation. As a producer of the movie, he should have made a better hiring choice. And so it's hard to comment. It's hard to really know what was going on. And apparently there was a bunch of unprofessionalism by the um, assistant director. Again, I can only speculate. There are people who are far more educated and far more knowledgeable than I to talk about it. So, but for those that are struggling with this from a mental health standpoint, my God, hug your loved ones, tell people that you care about them, tell them how you really feel, and go to therapy. It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. I wish that there was less of a stigma around it. Oh, by the way, I did get a email notification that Talking Mental Health Tactics. Maybe that's because I own the thing, or maybe other people got emails that I was going live.
Ask your watchers.
Did you all get an email notification? Watchers who are watching me, did you get an email notification that I was going live? Because that'd be wonderful feedback for me. Because I'm going to try and go live more often. I have a lot of thoughts in the brain, but I don't know. We'll see if anybody says anything. But yeah, like for the acting community that I am regularly working with, acting and film community. Oh, hey, Greg, just stumbled in. No email. Sorry. Okay, no worries. That's good feedback.
How do you find out?
He stumbled in. He said, "I just stumbled in. No email. Sorry." Great person. Greg's great. Um, but yeah, like hearing all the stuff with, I mean, safety on set, like the fact that we've we continue to lose lives trying to make movies it's inexcusable. It just is. I mean, there's no reason you need to go back to set after a 10-hour turnaround. Like, come on. That's enough time to get home. Let's just say you have an hour to get home, unwind. Even if you sleep 6 hours, that's another hour to wake up, maybe say goodbye to your partner or spouse or kids or dog or plant aloe vera. And then you're back on set for another 15-hour day. Like, that's just unbelievable. And then it's like, oh, but also have a social life, also be able to work out, but also eat well, but also, and it's like, how in the world, like, especially from a mental health standpoint, how in the world are you going to be able to maintain that? How is that sustainable in any way, shape, or form? And it's just not. And yet people are literally losing their lives to make movies for what?
Well, even if they're not losing their life, they're losing a lot.
Right. And don't get me wrong, like, you don't have to be in this career. You don't. I mean, I stopped doing full-time acting and film set stuff because I wanted more control over what my life was. And now I'm doing the personal training thing and nutrition coaching, and oh my gosh, it's so rewarding and it's so lovely. And I can still have the time to do other things. I can still, live my life and audition and do those things. But I also took a huge gamble on myself as a business owner, which that's not for everybody. But from a mental health standpoint, I'm able to go, okay, hey, I don't have the bandwidth for this. I can actually just like say no. And too many times people just say yes to everything. Like, you and I were supposed to, at 1 p.m. we were supposed to start recording for the mental health masterclass. And instead, at 1:30, we started just chatting. Hey, what's the strategy? Hey, what are we going to do? And I think we found a lot. We caught up on a lot. And I think we have a better skeleton and blueprint of what's to come. But rather than like force something out of it, it was better as a mental health tactic. It was better to not do it. It was more effective to not do it. And then, I don't know, we're doing this. And apparently I'm excited to do this in the future because, I don't know if those.
Getting people.
Yeah. 2. At least that's what it says.
That's a great sticker.
Woo! Anyway, if people have questions, you can ask them too. This is so weird. I never talk into a microphone. I don't ever do this. Like, hi, how are you? I'm doing well, thank you. Would you like any cheese with that? Why do I want cheese? I don't know. Cheese is delicious. Eat it.
What's the healthiest cheese?
What's the healthiest cheese? I don't know. I don't have that information off the top of my head, nor do I want to know that information. If I'm eating cheese, I just want to eat the cheese, man. I'm not a big cheese person. I do like goat cheese. I do like goat cheese and crackers. That's fun. Oh my gosh, I used to nom on some Colby Jack. Colby Jack was my jam, but I've never liked brie or like cheddar. They're too, I guess, sharp is the word. My cheese palate isn't very strong. I'll say that. Also, I can't do spicy food. Like, I get the hiccups. It's awful. It's kind of nauseating. I had Swiss cheese today. Nice. Why do they have holes in it? Why are there holes in Swiss cheese? It doesn't make sense.
For all the worms to go through.
Oh, for all the worms to go through. That makes sense. That actually makes sense. Yeah. Because it helps like moisturize the cheese. Someone's going to hear that out of context and be like, I didn't know there were worms in it. Oh man, that's so good. Because that's how it works. That's how it works. You hear something out of context and goes, oh, that's gospel. Cool. Wonderful. Yay. Oh, he's a nutrition coach. He must not be talking out of his butt. Slytherin or Gryffindor? Come on. Don't insult me, Greg. Don't insult me like that. I am Gryffindor. Hufflepuff is my next trait, but I got some mad Slytherin qualities to me. The good Slytherin qualities, though, not the bad ones. Maybe a little bit of the bad ones. I just play those characters on TV, though, typically. Softball question. This is so weird. I don't like this. Yeah, I think I've messed around with it too much. Hi. Oh, Gravy's playing with the cord now. You wanna come up? All right. Anyhow, yeah, I just but back to mental health tactics. I think also for myself, like we were talking about, I'm much more of a verbal processor, and being able to, whether it's talking to people, whether they're asking questions or not, or me just simply talking into the void, stream of consciousness, which is also another writing tactic that is one that I love to do. I think for me, just knowing how, it's not that I like to hear myself, although I do talk a lot. It's not that I like to hear myself. I think that it's until I hear it out loud, I don't know how it sounds. And you can't always trust the voices in your head, or at least in my experience, you shouldn't. So you should get that out, or whether, and you might be a internal processor, but that might mean you need to write it down. You might need to listen to music and think about it. Heck, take a nap. Take a nap.
For me, it's a lot of time. I just need a lot of time.
A lot of time.
It just goes.
Okay, but in that time, the looping, what does that mean though? Is it productive time, or is it just duration? Is it time spent sitting in it?
I think it's that.
Time spent sitting in it. So more internal processing, but like in a saturated way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Anytime I have something difficult to like mentally do,
right,
ponder on,
right,
it give me at least hours, if not days.
Okay. Wow, I can't do that. I need answers like now. It doesn't mean I get them. And I'm sure you probably want those answers like right away too. I think that's really interesting how people process so differently. So then, have you found it to be effective so you just sit and you think about it? Do you write it out? Do you do a video? Do you vlog it? Nothing? You just turn?
Yep. It just turns. So it's like it's just a, it's like a compost pile.
It's like a compost. I love that. I love that.
It's a pile of shit in my head.
It's a pile of shit in my head.
And it's just, you just turn in that barrel. It's just like this. And then after a while,
that's so great. But that's
and then becomes soil.
That's such a great answer.
Yeah.
That's such a great answer. It's just like a compost bin, and the shit just keeps turning until something tangible comes out. Like that's
Something useful.
God, that's great. Like, hi, I brought you this. It's like, is that your shit? What?
It was.
It was. But now it's an idea. Oh, that's funny.
Grow something.
Right. I know you're not going to believe me, but this ball of shit. I want to be there for the person who figured that out. Like, hey man, we got us them cows and they've been pooping all over the farm. I think what we might want to do is put some seeds in it, because maybe we'll have some plants, some tomatoes. Like who was the first person to realize that, or did it just happen accidentally? Nothing. Anybody?
Well,
Anybody? Bueller? You two will get that reference. I did just call you both old. I'm sorry about that. Nowadays people won't get the Bueller reference. That's sad. I am old. Dear.
maybe that's why you're tired.
Maybe that's why I'm tired. That's why I go to bed at 9 p.m. Thank you. I think it's more the waking up at 5 a.m. almost every day, but yeah, I'm getting old. My knees are gone.
I saw a random thing. I saw you had some
black some tape.
Yeah.
It's KT tape, Kinesio tape. It just helps get some compression in the area. Can just help alleviate some pain. Had this weird thing happen 7-8 weeks ago now with my left arm. As I was doing a pull-up, my left arm just kind of seized and gave out. No idea why. And then the rest of my body responded. And your body is connected, like there, whether it's, oh, excuse me, sorry about that. Like it's all connected. So it could have been something going on in my right hip that caused this to compensate and seize up like it did. And then I've been working with a massage therapist for the last 4 or 5 weeks. Because Greg, we haven't been able to golf yet. Soon, I hope. Almost there. I'm starting to get some better movement in it, but I've definitely had to dial back big time in my fitness. So I've just dialed up in my nutrition and my mental health. Also, for those of you in the audience, hi. Soon, yes. The Get Bucking Fit seminar. Oh, I should probably look at the camera. I keep looking over here. That's different. The Get Bucking Fit seminar, free seminar. It's free. Barbaric that it's free for me, not for you. It's a great deal for you. It's a terrible deal for me. November 18th. It's a Thursday, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Where I will be talking about the dial method for Buckingham Fitness and the Bucking Fit Life in your nutrition, mental health, and fitness. So just going to plug that in there right now. But yeah, so because I had to dial back in my fitness, I just dialed up elsewhere because I could do that because I had the bandwidth for it. So you look like you want to ask a question or you're thinking of a question.
I was thinking, where's the tea?
Where's the tea?
The tea for tea time with Tyler. This makes a good.
And I used to do the tea time for Tyler. Well, things changed. I would love to get back into that. I still have it in my calendar. I still have it every week in my calendar. Tea with Tyler, and I think it's like Friday at 2:30 that it always recurs. But I had some life changes that prevented me from feeling comfortable in front of the camera. So this is the first live that I've done 7 months. I haven't done this in 7 months, and this is my first YouTube live. So,
well, you're way funnier now.
But I'm not. For those of you that didn't hear, he said I'm way funnier now, which is so not true. I'm not. I don't think I'm any funnier. If anything, I've gotten worse. Oh man, that was good. That was a good one.
Tell me who you're talking to, like, what the situation is.
Oh, should I tell? Yeah, but
Who's the mystery person?
Yeah, who is the mystery person?
You don't have to tell them.
I'm not going to tell them.
Keep it a mystery.
Are you kidding me? I'm not going to tell them. They're going to be like, who's he talking to? Is it God? Maybe. Maybe.
God has a good sense of humor.
God has a good sense of humor. He likes to crap on me and talk about manure. And here's this idea I made out of shit. Am I allowed to swear?
Mm-hmm.
Am I?
God says yes.
God says yes. Thanks, Mom. God says yes. You're gonna have this complex now. You're gonna go home and be like, "Hey, honey, God says he'd like you to make me dinner." Oh no, that's not gonna go. Don't do that. Please don't do that. I want you to live. I want you to live. Don't do that.
She's not home anyway.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna have to make the food. Okay.
2 more days of life.
Oh my gosh. Do you two have any questions? Greg, we need to get breakfast soon again, and you need to tell me how the books are going, the ones you're reading that I recommended to you. See, for those of you that are watching the replay of this, if you were coming to the live version, I would be incorporating you or talking to you or something. So you missed out.
Make sure you're subscribed and click the bell.
Yeah, make sure you're subscribed and click the bell because, sorry, I don't like that stuff. Looking forward to it. I get it. I understand why you need to subscribe and like and click the bell, but it bothers me. It bothers me. Like if you don't want to be here, don't be here. Please don't waste my time. If you do want to be here, hey, glad to have you. Good to have you here. Good to see you. But I'm not actually seeing you, so it's a little inauthentic. But also, if you don't want to be here, you don't have to be here. That's the beauty of the internet. You know what you can do? There's a big old X in the corner. You can hit that, and shut it down. Or Alt F4, it'll close everything. I hope somebody hit it. I hope somebody hit it. Hi, buddy. Hi. This is my boy Gravy. Oh my gosh. That's so cute. Oh my. No.
Afterthought, nah.
I'm,
Give it a try.
I'm sad.
How do you
Buddy.
deal with your sadness?
How do I deal with my
Tactic.
how do I deal with my sadness? Mental health tactic. Lean into it. I personally lean into it. I cry a lot, but I have very strong feelings and oh, Gravy, yeah. Oh my gosh, you should have seen him the other day. Or actually, was it? No, it was today. I think I have a photo of it. I was on the couch and he just nestled up right here. Oh my gosh. He's so cute sometimes. And then other times he tries to bite my face and there's never an in between. But mental health tactic for sadness. Sometimes I'll take a walk, listen to and lean into like listening to sad music so that I can embrace the feelings that I'm having, but then also acknowledge that that might be exactly what I need. We're not meant to be. So this is one of the things that frustrates me, which is why we're talking about mindset mobility, or at least we have talked about it, but with a mental health tactic, like you're not going to be happy all the time. You just aren't. You will not be happy all the time. Also, you will not be sad all the time. You will not be comfortable all the time. You will not be in pain all the time. You will not be successful all of the time. So then how do you kind of balance that? And allowing for yourself to be able to like, hey, I love the joy that I'm having. I love the excitement and everything. It will fade. But then also, however, we always look at it's interesting when we're happy, we're always like, oh my gosh, this is the greatest thing ever. But then when we're sad, we're like, oh my God, this is never going to go away. And over the last year-ish of my life, I've experienced some really sad situations and it really felt like it was never going to go away. But here I am, and here you are. And when we can learn how to ride the waves of life, that's going to allow for a greater contentedness throughout life, because happiness is that's not an achievement. That's not a destination. You can't achieve happiness, just like you can't achieve sadness. You can achieve a sense of comfortability or contentedness. And that's what I would actually encourage you to strive for. Like, you're not going to be a 10 out of 10 on everything. And Kendrick, you and I, dang it. No, I told them who it was. God, God, come back. No, God. So God, like we were talking about earlier, with fitness, you can be a 9 out of 10 in that and a 7 out of 10 in nutrition. But if your mental health is at a 3, are you really doing that great? Probably not. No. But if you're like a 6, a 7, and an 8 in them, like that's amazing. And that's also way more sustainable, because the whole point of building a lifestyle is to make it sustainable, make it one that you can do while still achieving your goals. And everyone's goals are different, which is why it's hard to be able to like say, this is the way to do this, because there isn't one way. And one of the things that I always appreciate, and I actually was talking to a friend about it yesterday with meditation. Like are you a beach or a mountain person? God, are you a beach or a mountain person? God, answer the question. More so mountain. Yeah. Well, in this analogy, you're going to be a beach person. So God is now a beach person. I have converted him. Thank you. That was a little bit on the nose. I didn't mean to actually say converted, but that's fine. So God now has been converted from the mountains to the beach. So like when the waves are coming in, though, like those are think of the waves as your thoughts, those thoughts that keep coming in. And some days it's super stormy. Some days the waves are all over the place and crashing into the shore, into your mind, into your life. And then other days there are no thoughts at all. There's just serenity. There's just contentedness. And then other days, a thought comes in, and then the thought goes out. And then a thought comes in, and then a thought goes out. But the whole time, you're allowing that, you're accepting that in and then letting it go out, which is part of the reason why when I'm sad, I accept in those thoughts and then I let them go. And then I accept them in and then I let them go. And now that doesn't mean that a storm doesn't brew for like a week, because that happens. That's part of life. But that also allows for there to be sunshine for weeks as well. You know, what's the quote? You know, you have to be willing to dance in the rain or something or other like that. I don't know. I probably butchered that. Sorry, whoever made that quote, but you're probably never going to see this video, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, fine. A ship in a harbor is safe, but that's not where ships were built for. So that plays in with this analogy. God on a beach. And so, yeah, you weren't meant to. Oh, hey, thanks. You weren't meant to just stay in a harbor. Now, granted, some people do that their whole lives, and that's fine. I can't do that. I don't want to do that. I have too much of a growth mindset, and I want to keep experiencing things and trying things and doing things, and I'm way too damn ambitious. So, yeah, the Slytherin comment totally makes sense, Greg. Muggle. I'm sorry. That was uncalled for. I'm sorry. That was uncalled for. You know, it's all out of love, but come at me like that. Come at me like that. Some people dance in the rain. Others just get wet. Yeah. There you go. Go, Mom. Anyway, mental health tactic. God's leaving, by the way. So I think I'm just going to. Oh, God's getting water. God's getting water for himself. Do I have? Oh, I do. Oh my gosh. I was thinking I didn't have water. I was like, I'm getting tired of talking. Speaking of which, check this out. Wait, can we hold on? Because I'm not on autofocus. Look at that. Look at that. Bam. Isn't that dope? Heartful Art Studios made that for me. Gift from my mother. Thank you, Mother.
It's a good one. The whole design, the whole bottle, the whole everything. It looks awesome.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. I wish that when I did this, it was right side up, but that's okay. Next time. All right, team. We've been going for 34 minutes. This is my first time at this, so might do this again another time. If you do have any questions, speak now or forever hold your peace. And to those of you that watch this later on, you missed out on a good one, and God did not get to say hi to you, so that's on you. I make God laugh. God does have his own YouTube channel. Honestly, though, someone's going to go, oh, type in God to YouTube.
That could be done.
If that's not a channel, you need to get on that ASAP. It's got to be a channel, right? Hold on. Do I just YouTube God? G-O-D. Godzilla. I would like to point out that Godzilla was the thing that came up first, not God. So, oh, okay. Well, there's somebody else who's live right now, but we're not gonna shout them out. There's a movie. I don't think there's a Son of God channel. A lot of inspirational. I don't know that there is a interesting. Huh. Yeah, well, the other channel that's live right now has 257 people watching, and we have 2. So what's up? Quality over quantity, people. Quality over quantity. I did. I had to. Oh, goodness. Are we done? Was that mental health tactics? Kind of. The beginning of that was bad. It's a learning process. We can add, oh, can we trim it off? Oh, okay, cool. I didn't know we could do that. No questions, you two? And the end. And all of this at the end that we want to just get rid of? Okay, cool. That's great. Well, when's the next time I'm going to go live? How often should I do this?
I think once a week is a good schedule, but as often as you feel like doing it.
Really?
Yeah.
I can do this more often than. Oh, dope.
Yeah, do it whenever you want. I think anytime you're feeling like talking like that, it's
Right.
good.
Okay. Cool. That's good. God said that I could do this anytime, so
Get ready.
get ready. y'all better be prepared. But okay, well, this was fun. Thank you all thank you all, as in you two, for being here. I appreciate you. Yeah, I'm gonna try and come back and do this more often. It's been a long time, but think I'm ready. So thank you both personally, since I can thank you both personally, and you as well, God. That's gonna be yes. That's gonna be your new thing. I'm gonna put you in my phone as God. That's bad. It's gonna be such a complex. But yeah, excited to see what happens next. So, all right, team. This is end stream. Bye. And get out of here.